This video is going to show you how to print an array, and we will also discuss how to separate the array with a special character. When we print an array, we are going to use the same process that we did for filling an array. And so you can see on the screen here our code for filling the array. This first algorithm here fills the array, and now we are going to print the array. And so the process is actually very similar. And right now what we are wanting to do is to see our health points for each one of our players. So I use the same structure. If all I wanted to do was to print, I can use the put command. I use the name of the array, and I have to do the bracket notation again and use the to output. And so that will print all of the values to the screen, but they're all mashed together. So typically we try to put a special character or something in between. A lot of times we put just a space. I'm going to put a hyphen because I want you to see a quirk that sometimes happens. So what happens when we just add a hyphen after our elements, we end up with this last hyphen that's kind of just hanging out there. This is actually called a fence post problem if you guys want to do some more research on it. In order to solve this, I only want to print the hyphen after the first element, the second element, and the third element, but not after the fourth. And so it messes with my brain a little bit because we have that zero indexing. So I have to think of it this way also. I want to print after the 0th index, the first index, and the second index, but not after the third index. So in order to do that, what I'm going to add is an if statement into my code. I'm going to add a decision. So I'm adding a decision inside of a loop. And as long as my index is less than players.size minus 1, because I don't want to print after that last one. I'm going to then execute, and you can see that the hyphen now no longer prints after the last element, which is at index 3. You won't always use this, but it is kind of nice to clean up the code, and it's another way to separate, and it also kind of, sometimes you get errors in your code when you're comparing it with the autograder, and it's because of an extra space or something, so that might help clean up some of those errors.